Hello, hi, Phil White from Creating Chaos. This week I'm just going to give you an introduction to Primal Flow. You might not have heard of it before, or actually you may have. If you haven't, really quickly, it's a sequence in a way that we synchronise and build exercises together to create a full sequence of movement, rather than just constantly repeating the same old thing, which can lead to something called pattern overload and postural problems or just muscular pain. We try to get the body working progressively into sequences, and as you'll be able to tell as I'm demonstrating the movements, as well as working my muscles quite heavily, it's also going to be working my heart and lungs because my breathing will certainly increase. All you really need to do this is some floor space and I'd advise a water bottle. Today's sequence in completion is going to be about 7.5 minutes of work with a few rest periods in between. Okay, so there's five different sets within that 7.5 minutes. That's just the aggregated total time. Okay, so the first one, first part of the sequence, which this sequence is going to be working complete body strength and flexibility, and also if you're not so great with the squat pattern, it's going to really help with that. Okay, so the first 30 seconds is quite simply just going to be a wide squat. So feet slightly wider than shoulder width, and then just dropping down, trying to touch the floor in between. Keep your shoulders tall, stay on your heels. Okay, so 30 seconds of that movement, roughly about 15-20 seconds rest, and we're going to go straight into the second set. This time you're going to be rocking onto your hands. So at the bottom of the squat, gently walking out onto your hands and going into what's known as an up dog position. So hands underneath shoulders, hips driven into the ground, and make sure you're looking upwards and forwards at the bottom. That's going to be 1 minute. That's a little bit longer. You'll begin to see how it works. Again, 30 to 40 seconds rest. So just roughly about half of the set in rest. And then we're going into set number 3. So this time, you're doing a standing squat, rocking into that up dog position with the hips nice and low, and then from there, bringing the hips back and doing what's known as a prone squat. So I'll just repeat that once more. Okay, so really push off your hands and try and take your hips close to your feet. You will go onto your toes with that last part of the movement. Okay. For that one, about 40 seconds rest, because that was 90 seconds. We're going into set number 4 now, getting a little bit more challenging. Okay, so that time through, we've done everything that we've done previously. So a squat, going into an up dog position, bringing the hips back and doing a prone squat. And then from there, stepping forward with one hand and dropping into an offset push-up. Back into another squat, just so that we're keeping it balanced and working on either side equally. And then pushing out with the opposite hand, and again dropping into an offset push-up. If for whatever reason you're not comfortable or confident with that press up, then just step into the top position of it, but don't actually complete the push-up. I'll just sequence that through. So if you want to make it slightly easier for yourself, as we've done before, squat into up dog, prone squat, and then just step out. Just getting used to taking and bearing the weight slightly differently on either shoulder. That's 2 minutes long, that sequence. Final set. Again, roughly about 1 minute or so. Make sure you grab some water in between, which I might actually do now. Okay, so last set, everything that we've done so far with one additional movement on the top. I'll start that again. Okay, so that last sequence, everything we've done, so standing squat, into up dog, back into a prone squat, and then on both sides doing either an offset push-up or just an offset step with the hand, walking back onto your feet, and then just going through what's known as an adducting reverse lunge, so stepping across the body, coming back up, and then repeating the same on the other side. Try and keep your shoulders tall for that movement. Really good, complete body strength and endurance, as you can tell. And as you can see by my slight moment of forgetting the sequence, you have to remain mentally focused on the movement as well. Enjoy.